pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glowing, it's 3 a.m. Charts are moving, I'm chasing them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. Green and red, they're my only friends. 1 minute charted, never pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glow.
Good evening, guys. Are we digging Scalp or Die? I really like that tune. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Asia session. We are trading Think today. You know, I misled you a little bit. I said we're going to trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to just trade Tuesday, Wednesday, because tomorrow we have coaching. Those of you guys who are interested in coaching obviously can come, and here's the link for coaching if you guys want to join me. But we have coaching tomorrow. I totally forgot. So I'm not going to be able to trade Asia, but we're going to trade today and see how it plays out. Right now, I have a trade working higher white dot, but it's slipping against me. But I'm holding. This is obviously the logical stop point here. If this breaks the bottom here, then this little rally is wrong. But the signal, as I was pointing out while I was playing the tunes, is this higher, this white dot against this white dot. It looks like we're gonna get tagged out here. Nasdaq seems to have run out of gas here. So the secondary push just didn't happen, which is okay. That happens. You know, we are we're gonna look for the next trade setup if this doesn't work. But this was a legit clean setup. White against white, higher white dot is generally a very high probability setup. But today you see it's starting to turn all negative on the EMA meter trade. So there's a little bit more selling pressure here, which means that we probably kind of tapped out, right? We had this big rally from 700, 1900 onward, but we really tapped out of this 200 SMA. And now it becomes really interesting because we'll see if we give up the lows here, if this starts to trade back down, then clearly this was a topping. We're going to go try and test the lows, double bottom, test the lows over here. So we'll see if we can trade it to the downside. But for now, I'm still holding a trade. Hasn't tacked me out yet. We'll see how it goes. Obviously not a lot of promise on this trade because this trade looks like it's dying out, but so far holding support. So maybe the buyers will rally. We'll see what happens. Think is purely trading view, so it makes it super easy because obviously all of our indicators are trading view based. So it's super easy to overlay the indicator against the chart and be able to find trading signals over and over and over again. There was obviously a good trading signal over here. On the two types of trades we like to trade is what we call the pull away trade, which is right over here. This purple trade or this white trade. These are pure momentum trades. So the first trade in the micro trend is the trade that makes the money. So that was, this trade would have made money. This trade made money. Those are perfect trades. And then the secondary trade we try to trade is higher white dots, lower purple dots. So lower lows, higher highs in the early turn. On the early turn of the trade, those create really interesting opportunities for us as well. NASDAQ sort of had a big rally into the close and then fell out of bed in Asia. Just literally dropped 100 points in like 4 minutes. Then we sort of stabilized, made a fresh low, not try to re-rally, and got totally rejected at the 200 SMA. It looks like, again, we're consolidating. This is the bottom of the range. This range starts to, as I said, if this candle makes fresh lows, that's going to be a purple candle, and we're going to reverse ourselves and trade it to the downside. But for now, I'm holding until and unless I get stopped out, because this is the logical stop out point. If they run the lows, then so be it. Good evening, guys. Hola, Lynn Pillay, everybody here. Gary, hi guys. Hi. How's everybody doing? The other thing that we're going to trade, obviously, is going to be, the other thing we can trade, the beautiful thing is on CFDs, we can also trade US 30. Let's see how US 30 is doing. That looks a lot more positive. US 30 generally has been a much more positive trade lately. So that had a strong push up, also kind of died in front of the 200 SMA, but it's holding bid. It's holding these lows. And here, I want to trade this with a 1030. I'm perfectly okay trading this. If I get a green dot over here, if I get a green dot move, I'm perfectly okay taking this because that's a pretty decent uptrend, upside trade here if we can get it moving. The stop would be literally right underneath here. But so far we're not holding bid. And then the last look I want to look at is gold. Gold actually looks super bullish here. And gold we want to trade with I don't even know what I want to trade. I think 1040 gold, right? I made this 1040 gold, right? So this is definitely super bullish. Higher whites. Let's see if we can make this trade. All right, we're in here. I'm underneath here. Let's see if we can make this trade to the upside. And we're almost there, and we're there. And we took the trade. See how fast that was? That was a super bullish, fast trade on gold. NASDAQ crashes, so we get stopped out. And we have a sell on NASDAQ. Let's sell NASDAQ. Actually, I want to sell it twice here. look at this. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I have I have gold settings. The only problem is you got to switch settings. And I'm going super fast on the trades here. So this is good. This has got to be like 5 ticks. Let's make this 5 ticks. Let's see if Nasdaq's going to come to me. And I want to. My stop should be like right underneath here. Too bad. I was rushing the trade, and that happens. I'm going to make mistakes with you guys because I'm going to demo the trades, and I want you to, the trades I'm going to make are going to be imperfect, precisely because I'm bouncing all over the place, just trying to find trade ideas for you to make you understand how the trades work. So do not, for any minute, think that this is the perfect execution of trades. I'm going to be very, very sloppy in service of demonstration. That's the whole point. The whole point of live is for you to be able to see how these trades. So, for example, this trade would have worked had I been able to jump on it at the right time. So now it doesn't. Just have to leave it. I got to switch to a 515 here. No, there's nothing going on here. This trade is just not working. Let's see what US 30 is doing. US 30 looks good. Let's go to a 1030. Let's see if we can trade this one to the upside. Okay, so this one comes in, and we're going to be behind underneath here with looking for a 10 target on US 30. Let's see if US 30 wants to extend and give us a 10 target here. It's not a classic trade because what I really love to see is I want to see a white candle, a pull away candle. If the next candle is a pull away candle, we'll trade that to the upside. But I'm front running the idea because you have a higher green dot. We turn to the upside. Let's see if we can hold these lows on the US 30, or whether we're going to be just chop city here on the move. Where's my Nasdaq? I'm still in that Nasdaq short, but that trade should have been executed earlier. This should have been the entry. I'm actually going to, what I'm going to do? I'm going to get out of this Nasdaq trade because I really like this. This is higher, lower, better. I'm going to go long Nasdaq here. I'm going to get long all the equities here. Because this is just a lower, higher top, like a V-shaped top. I love that little formation. Let's see if that works. The stop's got to be, sorry, my stop is, stop has to be underneath here. Right there. That's where my stop is. And where's my US 30? Oh, US 30 is very close to target. It was like right then and there, almost there. My target is what, 350, 343, and we're 341, 339. Let's see if US 30 wants to go a little higher for me. Where's my target in Nasdaq? My target is Nasdaq is 516. Okay. And where's gold? Gold has just totally exploded. Gold would have been the best trade because you look how gold is strong on the trend meter. That was absolutely the easiest trade to take. I should have just simply stuck with gold. But I'm just trying. I'm trying to find lots of ideas for you guys so we can find lots of good setups for you to trade. We'll see how it plays out. Nah. I'm going to buy more gold. I mean, more US 30. Sorry. And try to come up. This is what I'm going to try and do here. And bring this here. Let's see if we can average into this position, or whether this is going to just totally die on me. The downtrend is really, really dominant in all these guys. So we have to respect the downtrend right now. I'm going to get out of this trade. All right, this is a legit trade. We're going to. Oh, I can't sell this. I guess too big a size. Yeah. Okay, so totally legit. This is a very legitimate trade and should work really, really well because this is a classic purple dot, lower purple dot, right? And targeting 91 here. Let's see if that works. EMA meter is actually available to anybody who wants to get a Think account for $25,000 or more. All you got to do is just buy a Think account, and I will send you the EMA meter. Oh man, I'm not getting any continuity here. This came in within 1 point of target, and kind of retracing against me. Wow, man, that's a tough price action right now. Nothing is continuing. This actually was the best trade over the last 10 minutes, and it's just not working out. See, it just ran into support over here and just did not continue. Right, white pull away candle in the US 30. If this stays, we definitely want to trade it. How did this thing, maybe I made target. I think I made target on US 30. US 30 actually made target. I hate the fact that this doesn't mark the trades, so you don't know if you made target. But I think US 30 actually, we had a long buy here, and that did hit 40, hit our 10 points, so that actually worked. So US 30 did work. It was the other trades that it's NASDAQ that's kind of torturing me. But let's see if I get a white pull away candle, strong momentum candle, first one in the trend. That should be the best trade that we have. NASDAQ is flirting. It's 12 is going to be a stop out for NASDAQ. So, wow. Okay. Okay, 28 seconds, white candle. Let's see if this is going to trade for us. The stop would be underneath here. I don't have any suggestions, guys, for you on the Australian side. The white candle, the pull away touch. You know, we're still going to go long this thing. Let's go long. This is going to work. I'm going to put myself underneath here, and the extension, and it's boom. Did it hit my target yet? Let's go. It's almost at target. Let's go. Boom. Target done, and I'm going to watch this white candle over here. NASDAQ just exploded. So NASDAQ really, really exploded. So we're going to trade this trade over here. If this stays white, we're going to get long here with this stop underneath here. So we sort of, you know, kind of faked this out. It consolidated to the downside. Now it's retaking 200. Looks like it really made a nice big double bottom. Let's see if we get a little bit more continuity here. I'm gonna wait till the candle closes. This thing is really popping. And we're running through all my targets here, right? This is my second target. There we go. All done. That scalp worked very, very nicely. So I actually, what I did is I bought bought a little bit early. Then I bought on the candle close to give myself, because I felt very confident this trade was going to go. This was a super, super big breakout. Very easy scalp. Boom, boom, boom. All done. US 30 also obviously exploding to the upside. We can only do like one trade at a time. So there it goes. Let's see what gold is doing. Gold. Oh, I was just gonna trade gold, but it just totally dropped on me. Unfortunately, can't time every single thing. But that was a great first pull away candle. Nice clean turn. Would have been a super easy 10 ticks right here. I'm just taking this trade for shits and giggles because I think we might see a little bit more continuation in gold to the downside. If this thing comes back up over here, I'm gonna take a second position in here. But for now, I'm just trading the momentum to the downside. See if I can take another 10 ticks. And we're done. So another, I was a little bit late on gold, but I took that trade and we scalped it in. So good, that worked nicely. So like the last 3 or 4 trades, I'm going to just mark these visually so that you guys, because since this thing doesn't mark the trades, I came in short over here off the pull away trade in gold. We had the other trade in gold over here, which really worked nicely. Hang on, let me just find this. This one over here. This was the pull away trade to the upside. This was the pull away trade to the side. Gold is, when gold wants to go volatile, it's one of the best trades because it just goes up and down. And if you can time it using the tools trade to the upside, and then you can time it to the downside, you made money both ways very nicely, very cleanly. And now it's really, really unwinding the whole move. Okay. In the meantime, NASDAQ is totally jamming the other way. It's just exploding to the upside, right? And I only like to trade the first burst, but we'll see. If there's pause here, maybe we'll trade this a little bit to the upside. Basically, everything is kind of just exploding, taking over the 200 SMA and exploding very much to the upside. This could have been an easy scalp too, but you can only do so much better. Oh, Tony says that he just passed his first eval in 18 tries. That's good. That's excellent with that NQ buy-up. Good. Did the dots help you out? Yes, this video is always saved, guys. The video. Remember, the reason I trade on live on YouTube is because every single video is archived and saved, so you can absolutely watch everything on demand, right? So this is US 30, like the third or the fourth pull away trade. Now we're going to get fun. You know, I'm going to have a little bit of fun with you guys. We'll see. I may try and do a little bit of fade trading with you guys, like I did in the US session, depending. You know how much. Typically, the Asia session rallies kind of go like about 100, 150 points, and they kind of slow down. So we're going to use the exact same logic, but in reverse, to try to see if we can scalp to the opposite side once the rally kind of dies out. But for now, it's a little too early to even think about that. NASDAQ is really exploding. Wow, Asia is really just taking everything up. Absolutely not a time to get short this thing. Although you know what, I take it back. We definitely could have a fun. Here's the fun trade in NAS. The idea here is when you have 3 or 4 consecutive pull away trades, you might be able to get a decent scalp right out of it. So let's see. I'm going to try and enter here. Let's see if I can get a scalp out here. Let's with the 15 target. And if this doesn't work, we're going to get just one more time to the upside. Again, this is just fun trading, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, very, very overextended. So the idea is it should come back a little bit against you, but not for the faint of heart. And I'm trying to extend my my trades here. Oops, and it got done. You see how quickly that reversed? That's a very, very cool little counter dot trade, but only when you have just like 4 consecutive, you know, four soldiers in a row. Only then do you have some confidence that that you can get a retrace trade back. You know, just a quick one. Yeah. That's great, Tony. I'm glad you did really well. So you know, fun trade on the scalp side, but that's it. Like, you know, now you really don't screw around with it. Maybe if we get the 5th or the 6th consecutive, like if this candle goes higher, we'll try to short it again. Okay, but only then. Good job. Cleena said he made $300. Good for you. Were you shorting NASDAQ with me on little scalp back, or just trading pure momentum to the upside? Either way, you know, it was good trades. Let's see what US 30 is doing. US 30 is really just look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So what time do we have on the US 30? 41 seconds. This is a big trade. So we can also fool around with this with a 1030. Let's see if this I'm gonna get short here. Oops, gave me a little bit of a slip here of a move, a little bit late on the entry. All right, let's see if this lets me come back. I'm a little bit early on this trade. I'd love to have been at the highs of this move, but let's see if this comes back a little bit. Again, the idea here is 1, 2, 3, 4 extended candles, and if this you know stops me out, then that's going to give me even more confidence that there'll be a reversal trade. But let's just see what this wants to do. I'll give it a second. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Let me go one more time. So I went short one more time on this. We'll keep all the targets at the same. So if it wants to come back on a target, let's see if it wants to do that. And where's my stops? And move my stops over here. So the interesting thing is that you see that it keeps each trade separate. So it gives you like an accounting of 3 separate trades, and boom, we're done. And that was a nice clean 20 points right then and there, right? So you see, you can make money both ways You got to just be able to. Um, how soon can you get the BFF indicator on wealth charts? Are you a member of coaching, Triple Fam? You can get it if you're a member of coaching. If you sign up for coaching, I'll set that up. Oh, great, clean. You made the 20 points. Did you try if you're a member of coaching, just hit this link over here. If you haven't bought it, if you buy it, and then I'll be able to give you the BFF indicator. Anyways, it's really cool, right? I mean, Asia is actually kind of like there's just a lot to do here. And as I said, the CFD is a very, very different beast than futures, right? So it makes it a lot easier to trade it this way. So we'll see. Here's NASDAQ. NASDAQ would also have been, this was also a fifth short. So it would have been a really good short over here too. So the idea is, you want to take momentum early, and if momentum goes absolutely crazy, then you want to fade it, but at very tactical points, only at the extremes, and only very, very quickly. And that way you can kind of make money both ways, Right now, you're also getting like one of the kind of trades that I like and I don't like. A lot of people really love this trade. It's called the retrace trade, where you get the purple dot, which means that you kind of early sell off, but the whole candle is green. It's still very much in the buy territory. And if you get this combination of a purple dot green candle where it doesn't break the moving average, that is actually a good buy. That is a value proposition buy. I really hate this trade, but I'll do it with you guys because I want to demo it to you if it comes in. It's $1.07 on the clock, so it's got to close at these conditions, and very often it doesn't. Very often they kind of just sell it off and they buy it back up before you have a chance. Yeah, in Asia, I am trading CFDs because in New York we trade for our partner Apex, but in Asia we're trading for our partner Think Capital, which is like a lot of people, for example, are shut out of the U.S. market because they come from emerging market nations. This is the good thing about Think is that whether you're a U.S. customer or you're from any of the emerging anywhere from Africa where Apex doesn't take any business, you can trade this, and you trade it with all of the tools that we have here. All right, so I got 18 seconds left. Let's play this game. I'm going to, what is this? We're on NASDAQ, so I want to buy 515. I'm going to be a buyer. All right, I bought this. The idea is that this is presumably a dip buy. Let's see if that works. I don't like the retrace trades, but I'm gonna stay here, see if I'm proven wrong here. The idea is that you're buying the bargain, that it's supposed to bounce. It's a value proposition. I'm trying to widen this out for you guys so you can actually see, because this is so much volatility that the charts are really, really stretched out. So let's see if we get a little bit of a pop here. And now coaching comes with Trading 360. It's just it's an all-in-one package. There's no a la carte. If you get that, you get coaching plus all the tools, plus all the signals, everything for free. You don't have to use any of it. Like, it's a buffet. There we go. And it did work, and I just wanted to show this to you again as another trading opportunity. I think I set a record. I think I must have done about 20 trades in 20 minutes, right? But we really are keeping to our scalping ethos. And literally, I think like 19 of the last 20 trades have all been successful. So you get to watch technique in action here nicely, I think, right? So that gave you a good idea. Now I have a white continuity, but this is where it's interesting. This is the trade that I would not do. Why? Because it's tired. It could work, but remember, this is like the 6th or the 7th white breakout in this one continuous trend slice. It's not like there was a sell-off trend slice and a fresh buy trend slice. This is still the same buy trend slice. So I'm staying away. I don't care if it works or not. Not a trade I want to do. In fact, I could make the argument here that if I get a white candle, I'd like to short it because I think it's going to be an exhaustion candle. The only thing that that frustrates me is that we don't have it doesn't do a track record on the chart. I'm going to ask these guys to find out like if that's possible, but maybe it's just like TradingView has all these different agreements with all these different brokers, so it doesn't necessarily mark all the trades. But you can see, like, I mean, that was very, very cool. We took 2 trades here. We took 1 trade here. We'll see if we get any more trades on this side of the pond. Oh, gold is just really dying. Gold has just been, like, gold is collapsing, right? So gold is actually interesting. Now we can get cute on gold the other way. Remember, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So if gold is diving 4 all the way down, do we want to try and catch a falling knife here? Not a bad idea. It's not, I'm not gonna say no to this trade. If this ends up purple, I'll be a buyer. Now, gold is notorious for like really having 4 or 5 consecutive sell-off candles, but this is getting close to a point where I could trade the bounce. Give myself a chance here. $25 seconds left, around like 10 seconds left. I see it's already kind of showing us a bounce, right? It's kind of showing us that they probed it over here, for the exhaustion move. All right, I'm buying the gold here with this, stop underneath the session lows. Let's see if it wants to come back up and give me a little bit of a bounce back up trade. I'm going to move and there we go. Nice, nice quick clap. Again, just hoping, you guys see how you can spot these very quick but very, very lucrative little scalps. Just pickpocket the market like we do. And the whole point is, like, here you are, you're looking at this and like, oh my God, I missed this whole rally. Well, you didn't miss an opportunity if you know how to trade it, right? Yes, you missed the whole rally to the downside, but if you knew how to trade the opportunity, you could have made the money the other way. Nothing on, this is all just Chop City, which I really hate. So now it's all going to Chop City, so we'll just leave this alone. So, ooh, shit, man. We're like already did 45 minutes of trading. Good evening, everybody. Enjoying the insanity of scalping? Are you guys seeing all the scalp trades go up and down here? You guys having a good time? I totally lost count of all the trades. I wonder if, like, I got to go look now back and see. I wonder if Think Markets. Oh, let me see something. I wonder if these guys. I want to take a look at their platform. Just bear a second with me here, guys. I'm gonna ignore the charts for just a little bit to look at the platform. Okay, credentials. I wonder if the website platform on ThinkTrader. Okay, so let me see. Does this? Oh no, that's not the one. That's not the one I want. This one. Hang on. Let me see if I can find my account. Okay, here's the account. Yeah, and does it have closed? 18 trades. 18 trades, baby. Wow. Okay. Huh. Cool. Cool. Oh, and I see what I'm doing. I'm like, all my gold trades. Damn it. I'm just sorry. I'm just watching the thing. All my gold trades. I have to learn the pip values here. because what's happening is I'm trading like big pip values in Nasdaq, but small, because obviously I'm just learning the platform with you guys. Yeah, the gold, I should be trading gold 10 times its size. I didn't realize that gold should be a 10 lot, not a 1 lot. Then all my trades would have been much better. Okay, that's good to know for the future. It doesn't matter, like this is all about showing you technique, but good to know for the future. So next week or the week after that, when I come back, I'll know how to do the proper sizes. Yeah. 1 unit is a tiny. I didn't realize that gold was a tiny little micro lot. So like I had like all this P&L on gold that should have been 10 times its size, but it's okay. That's fine. I'm keeping the account even, given the amount of trading I've done, so it's fine. I'm not crying. It's actually really cool. I really like it. All right, pull away trade in NAS. The stop would be against here, so we can we'll let me reset ourselves. Let's see if we can do a pull away trade here in Nasdaq after a very large rally. Not unreasonable to think that we could have a little bit of a corrective move here. So remember, I said I really, when I'm looking at risk, I don't want to do more than 5 risk, and this is sort of staying between 3 and 4 risk. You guys can see it over here, right? The risk is it's kind of just coming in, and Nasdaq is all green. So you can look at this 2 ways. You could say, oh, it's really super positive. You could say it's kind of really overbought, and maybe the scalp here could be okay. 51 seconds left. Let's see what we want to do. I'll give it a shot. How's the US 30? Let me see how US 30 is doing. Not as clean a pull away trade as Nasdaq. Let's see. Getting a little tight. If it gets to above 5, I'm going to pass up on this trade because it's just too much risk. All right, I'm short here. My risk is going to be against this candle here. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, I got to clean up the. I think I'm going to get rid of the whole volatility table because it's completely useless and kind of just confusing to most people. The dark side of experimentation is you got to throw a lot of stuff out when you realize it sucks. But yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna update this. Maybe when I'm on a plane to Australia, I'll work on this whole thing. So we're holding bid. I mean, this was not a trade I loved, but again, I want to show you. It's the first pull away trade in a downtrend. It's reasonable to think that we should get the 5-point extension here, but it's against a very large rally, so we really need a corrective move here. Come on. Do me right. What's my target? 23. I'm 25. I need to see 23 on this move here. Come on. 24, 25, 23, 23 on the bid. I'm going to close this trade. Ah, shit. It just, so I forget which button to close. I wish they had like a close all button on TradingView. All right, I'm going to take 3 instead of 5. Good enough. It's probably going to go down my way anyways, but I want to clean up the the account. I want to feel good. Take another trade. How's US 30 doing? Not much. How's gold doing? Gold is kind of consolidating. And again, the thing about these, these bounce back trades is they're only good when they're a reaction to a super, super strong sell-off, right? And when you're like right here, there's nothing to do. This is all chop city. Nothing is being established. This is where we got in trouble earlier because we just, it was early in the session. We wanted to establish the cadence. You really want to know when you want to trade when things are moving, either in the direction of the movement or against the movement, and you want to do nothing when they're just chopping around. When they're chopping around, and the way we know they're chopping around is that we don't see any whites or purples. Nothing is being pulled away. So when it's not being pulled away, then there's nothing to do. So in a way, like all the colors inform you of what you really need to do. Yeah, Close All and TradeOvate is really great. I mean, it's just, I wish TradingView is such a great charting platform. If they would just take 1 second to make themselves into an execution platform, they'd be golden. But, we do what we can. So now we just kind of, chopping around, doing nothing. And again, as I said, if you don't have the pullaways, you really don't have a trade. That's kind of like, oh, we have a pullaway here. That NAS trade, the NAS trade that I actually left a little early, actually becomes a secondary pullaway trade, right? But remember, I only want to do the first one, which I took the first one. I should have taken 5, and I took only 3 because I was just impatient. Do we want to trade this as a continuation trade? You could, but it's against my rules. Is I want to trade the first one. Do I think there'll be some continuity? Maybe, but it's not a high probability trade. So I'm just going to leave it alone and do nothing. We know I love to do lots of different trades, but I think what you don't want to do is lots of stupid trades, right? You only want to do good quality trades. And if there's no good quality trades, let's not do this. I did enough stupid trades at the start of the show that it took me a long time to kind of work my way back out with good trades. So let's just keep the momentum going. If we don't get any more trades in the next 10-15 minutes, so be it. At least we got some really good setups, and you guys got to learn all the things that that are cool. All right, I'm going to put in a link to Think, guys. Make sure that you please take the account. As I said, if you get the account with Think at 25,000 or more, this EMA meter, I will turn that on for you, and you'll be ready to trade it with me. That was a lot of fun, in this hour, right? Like, it's nice to have Asia session rallies because then you can trade with them or against them in a really cool fashion. What we hate doing, or what it's not that we hate, but we should be doing nothing, is this kind of bullshit. And we're starting to get the same kind of bullshit here, right? As I said, when there's nothing, when there's no candle movement, like this was a good movement, and then we sort of died over here. And you should have just simply been patient, because this was just chop up and down, no continuity. That makes sense to everybody? Gold double bottoming over here. So this is where it gets interesting. I love this kind of a trade. You see, you have a pull away trade into essentially support, right? And we can watch this now for the next candle or two, because what can happen? We could break it to the downside. Yes, then gold really kind of unwinds and we follow that trade to the downside. Or most likely, what's going to happen is we're going to hold it above the lows, have another candle that maybe makes a little bit higher high, and that would be an interesting reversal candle for us, if that's the scenario, if they hold the support here. But this way, you know, I can just lay out the possible scenarios and we can trade off of them in a clean fashion. So like, why would I not short this? Well, number one, it's the same red slice. The slice hasn't changed yet, right? Number two, it's right into support. And you see how it bounced off support? I could have, you know, you could have taken a kind of a gamble on this trade. I mean, this gold is tiny. I mean, I don't give a shit. I can trade this small. Let's trade gold. Gold is, I'm trading these micro lots. I didn't realize I'm trading the micro. I should be trading the big lots. All right, let's take this. Ooh, it's, I'm really sorry. While I'm talking, I should have been doing. I was very, very late. The entry should have been over here. So, you know, now fortunately, this is a micro lot, so I really don't give a shit. But now the legitimate stop is going to have to be over here. And I might have to come in for a secondary unit. If this thing goes against me, I'm going to have to come in for a secondary unit. But let's see if this actually pops up. But this was very, very clean and clear. You could have caught the, you know, the bottom with the dots themselves. All right, let's get out of this trade. Okay, trade got done. Trading the micro lot. Final trade of the day. Winner, chicken dinner. I narrated it perfectly. I executed it very badly because, you know, sometimes you can't chew gum and talk at the same time. But you guys followed the idea. You know, we talked about that. Okay, maybe they hold it. They definitely held it here. It was super easy then from that point on to trade it to the upside. So now, you know, now we're sort of exploring this support area. Nothing to do until and unless, you know, if you get a pull away trade here, yeah, then you want to trade it to the upside. If it starts to dump again, you have to watch very carefully and see if the support holds again before you commit to any kind of a scalp to the other side. US 30 is just simply consolidating again. There's nothing to do here until you see a color candle. I mean, a pull away color candle. And the same thing with NASDAQ. When it hugs the moving average and it does no pull aways, that's the very definition of no volatility, and therefore the very definition of doing nothing, right? We need movement to be able to make money. You know, scalp is movement. Oh, maybe I should make a new song. Scalp is movement. Maybe I'll write a new song. Yeah, I'll write it to myself. Chicken dinner, exactly. Chicken dinner. All right, guys, I got to run because tomorrow, oh, I totally forgot. Everybody in the room, everybody on Twitter, do not miss our masterclass. If you register for this, if you're on Twitter right now and you're not on YouTube with me, I'm going to put the link in here on my stream, guys. MSTR. I'm just putting the link in. I'm not even bothering to tell you what it is. It's the masterclass that you got to attend. If you sign up for it and you can't, like, just sign up and I'll send you the video because it's all going to be recorded. But come in 7:30 tomorrow. Very excited. Kathy is super excited because she's gonna show all of her trades. But everybody who's new in this room, who just watched me do a fuck ton of trades and make a ton of money, we're gonna show you exactly what we do tomorrow in the masterclass. So please come and enjoy, and hopefully you guys will really enjoy it. All right, there's definitely a potential here to the upside in NAS, but I got to run, so I'll leave you with this. But if this trade holds, it's worth a shot here with a stop underneath here as a possible trade because we've got plenty of room to the upside, and it's definitely, you know, if it's a pull away trade, it's worth taking it. Okay, everybody enjoy. Hasta la vista, guys. I'll see everybody in masterclass tomorrow morning. Take care. Thanks again. Bye-bye.